Hello, hello. Welcome to Travel Tip Tuesday, everybody. We are live, take two. Let me make sure that we have the audio going. If that's working, do we have it? I'm going to make sure before I come on camera. We're having some internet issues, so I want to make sure. Welcome, welcome. Awesome. I got a thumbs up that we are live this time. Audio is good. I am so sorry. Those are the wonderful technologies of, and we've got some people coming on. And I just want to say welcome. Welcome to Travel Tip Tuesday, everybody. We are International Women's Month, everyone. Thank you for joining me as I am sharing tips for our series this month. And today we are talking about the top international travel tips for you in 2026. And we will be speaking about travel tips traveling with your pet. I'm super excited. My name is Michelle Maynard MacArthur, your hospitality, health, and wellness strategist that is here to help guide you through a positive process for change. And that is with a lean, holistic, healing approach from the inside out. That healing approach is that lean your lifestyle, your exercise, your attitude, your nutrition, while taking and showing you to those top luxury wellness destinations all over the world. And we have some amazing topics right now. The tips are being brought to you by MacArthur Accommodations, and where we are a hospitality, health, and wellness coaching and consulting advisement company that specializes in overall optimal health and wellness worldwide, with those innovations to reflect, recharge, and renew yourself one step at a time. That is creating those innovations with MacArthur Accommodations, that you are just developing that immunity for life. I am an international master certified health and wellness coach, and that does complement a certification in traditional Chinese medicine, along with a few decades of hospitality, tourism, anything that does with luxury wellness destinations, group planning, site selection, primarily focusing on medical tourism. But today I'm super excited because we have a guest speaker, Javier Chavez. He goes by, I think it's pronounced Friole. He's going to bring it on. He is a certified canine trainer, y'all, with international certifications that specialize in socialization, obedience, and behavior in dogs. And he's also the founder of Casa Can in El Salvador. Now, Casa Can provides comprehensive services for the care, development, and the well-being of your poochies, your fur babies, your dogs. He has a canine school, a lodging and nursery, and home services. I'm going to pop his panhandles for his social media sites up on here. But while we're bringing him on, I want to ask you, what type of dog training have you done for your special fur baby? And without further ado, I just want to say welcome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Javier, we're going to ask him some questions, and I'm just going to say, have him come on. But one of the things I want to tell you is when we came here with my service dog, that is 13 years, all of a sudden we adopted one on the streets that I've told you about from Tito's. And this is where Javier comes in. He is training Camelo. Today, he's actually going to school to finish up some of the services for service dog training. So, Javier, I just want to pass it over to you and say, one, thank you again. And one of the questions I want to know is not just for the first question, but what got you into this? Because you're a surfer, you do motorcycles, you have a lot of businesses. He has a lot of businesses here. So is it Friol?
Yeah, that's my nickname.
Frijol?
Yeah, Frijol.
And he's like a good surfer, but what got you into the dogs and everything?
Well, I come from a family that we love animals, so I have had horses and dogs from the beginning, since I was a very young guy, kid. And my dad, that was a lawyer, he became a horse trainer. So he was doing very good on that, and I was helping him to train horses when I was a little kid. So now, after a few years, I start seeing the dogs like a little horses. So I start training, horse training with the horse training with the dogs at home. So I saw very big time similarities, and I just love this situation of how they can learn.
And y'all, so the horses, you know me from Argentina and everything. It's like the horses have such a healing factor. But those of you that might be interested, and we're going to be talking about the travel with your pets, because the dogs, that one you can hear, they are companions, and to be service dogs or emotional service dogs, or if you have like neurological and you need, or epileptic or whatever, that you need that service dog, it's great to make sure you're going through the training. And I'd like to talk to you, Javier, what is needed with the dog behavior in flying? Because if people are traveling internationally, you know, I see the planes that they take the dogs, that's wonderful. But for people that might be flying commercial or anything, talk about what is needed for that.
Well, to begin with, is to have a dog with a very good self-esteem, emotional balance, and that can control its own instincts, and it needs to have a big big grade of obedience. Also, this dog or this type of dog that could be certified as a service dog for any reason, should have well control of when and where to go to the bathroom, and eating behavior and drinking of water behavior. Also, good resting and how to manage himself itself when he's around people, noises. So this means that since he was a very young puppy before 5 months old, that's imprinting for all dogs. 4 months of imprinting, we must put this puppy. We should expose this puppy into different situations, so the puppy have tools to gesture and to understand situations that will come up in the airplane or in the airport, or moving up and down from one place to the other. Because if a dog is suffering anxiety or frustration, that would be really bad. The authorities in the airplane is not going to let us travel with a dog like
And it
that.
depends on and whatever each country, which Javier's very versed in, y'all.
Yeah.
Well, tell us about what is the physical and mental preparation for a dog, because you talked about that, and even when they're 4 months old. But many times, you know, just like Camelo, he was kind of running the street trying to survive. And when I found him, I think he was just a little, like maybe 11 months old, almost a year. So when you talk about that physical and mental preparation for a dog, what would you like to say?
When the dog is about 1 year to 18 months old, we have to apply a specific desensitization. Desensitize the dog about noises, scents, movement, and his own reactions will be calmer after the dog is well desensitized. And in order to have a dog well desensitized, we have to be very, very super patient, and have a dog with a high food drive, big time high food drive, and expose the dog little by little into different situations, different scenarios, and using the food not as a reward, but to desensitize, making the dog chew in that moment that is exposed to the situations that normally would make him react. But when the dog is chewing, like I said, the dog will start switching his nerve system. So instead of going or be into sympathetic mode, will be into the parasympathetic nerve system. That will make them not willing to fight or to fly.
Right.
They switch their. So that's why we need in the emotional and the mental side these desensitizations to occur under structure and very systematic and little by little, very progressive and super patience. And we gotta know how to read our dog to make sure that the dog is going through the process without incrementing the fear. So in order to do that, the technique requests you to start far away from the stimulation, from the variables that maybe we cannot control, like a squirrel, like a cat. So we got to start very far away.
Yeah.
And like that on. Yeah.
What would you say is needed when you're talking about that to give or share the ease of the procedure of a dog to learn when we're talking about just a dog, maybe an emotional or just a companion versus a service dog?
So what we really need to have is a dog that super well trained for his collar, for his leash at the beginning of the process, after to his vest and the collar, and after no leash. I mean vest and leash, and after only the vest and no leash at all.
Yeah.
Big time, very good obedience, very good self control, and very good communication. The bonding in between the dog, because it's a bionomial. We are partners with the dog.
That's
the dog
right.
and me and the dog. So we have to have a great community. I mean, a communication ways. We have to be very assertive with the dog, and make it every single day. We got to make it clear what we want, what we do not want, and all these will make the dog follow directions and be a way better companion, or could become a service dog.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And we're gonna do some show and tell today because we've had the internet's not been cooperating, but we also have some additional surprises. So Javier's got 2 of his dogs, and he's about to also take Camelo to go and have his service dog training. He's been in training with Javier coming to the house, and because that's a big train, it's not really just training the dog.
Yes.
I'd probably hear, if I learned anything from you, it's more important training the owner of the dog to follow through with what the dog trainer. And Javier does go all over the world. You can hire him. I'm gonna pop open his panhandles right here that you have, so that you can get that, and it's scrolling down. But one of the other questions I want to ask before you bring your beautiful poochies, and if we could only bring Camelo up here, maybe we will. But what requirements are necessary for a dog to travel on an airplane? You kind of mentioned a few of them, probably 3. Can you just reiterate those again?
Well, it's very important that we have the certification for sure, and it's very important to have the I'm sorry, to have the rules of the specific airline. We have you can use the leash, the green leash. We have to have the all very clear all the rules of the airplane, the airline we're using. We gotta make sure that we have everything with us for the dog, like a good leash, a good vest, good treats, and we have to make sure. Just give me a second, please.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We've got a live situation because Camelo did break through for his collar, and so we're going to go put him up, and I'm going to show you live because there's nothing better. I don't know if we're doing your dogs or if we're going to do Camelo, but right now we've got Camelo that got out of his leash, and he's been so excited to see Javier, but he's not behaving. So we're going to put that in.
Can we not do that?
Yeah. And one of the things too that I wanted to kind of go through is if you want to get in touch with Javier, go to Casa Can. El Salvador is his Facebook, Casa Can on Instagram, SV. I've got it right here. I mentioned a lot of the different ones that he's able to go through and take care of. And yeah, you've got that. He will go through and he will help with your international travel. He will help, like I mentioned right there, he's got a canine school that you'll be able to go and do that complete travel. And the other part I do want to come back and say is take a look at what type of dog training you have done for your fur baby, because every dog needs some kind of a training that is. The one good thing about Casa Can is that they come to you. So wherever you are in the world, you're like, hey, I can't get Javier. I can't afford to pay him to come, virtual. He does virtual lessons. So he can be on there. And if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, sure. We have many clients in the United States, Central America, South America. I have one friend from Europe that I'm helping. It's all virtual, So like Michelle said, we train, I'm not only a dog trainer, I'm a dog instructor, so I can make people learn the right way to train their own dogs. And I have follow up with many dog owners for their certification when they flew away, and they take 4 planes and they make it, once they're home, I explain them how to keep going with the process and having their dogs under control, and to enjoy the dogs better, and to take them everywhere we need, but with all the safety and all the in the dog happy, we gotta have the dog happy. Sometimes we have to be very specific with some movements with the dog. We cannot play around, and we have to be white and black. I don't know if you saw in the me a few seconds ago when Camelo, he just tried to growl at the little dog, so I had to move him away from the leash, using the leash. So sometimes when we are teaching a new dog, we have to be very specific with how, without hurting the dog, but we have to be very specific. If a no is no, and when a yes is yes, so you reward.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a perfect example to where it wasn't planned, but thank you. Thank you for mentioning that, because Camelo is very mischievous, and he is, he took his incisions out when he was being castrated, sterilized. So he's still learning some, but this right here is more, even for me as an owner, it's like, no, don't do that. Make sure where with the different things that's happening when he gets rid of his leash and he's coming up to a dog. He's a very friendly dog, but there's many dogs that have different behaviors. So do we have time to kind of show some of your dog a little bit?
Sure.
And is there anything else? Because I want you to come back and I want you to share like any last thoughts you've got, anything you really want to comment to share with the viewers.
Very important is to read the rules and the law about the specific country and airline you're traveling, and because if you don't, airplane rules and international rules for traveling can change from one day to the other. So yes, you can have the certified, but there are other situations that we have to control, like vaccines, like rabies. Some countries are denied. Very blood tests, and size of the dog, breed of the dog. Some dogs cannot travel in some airplanes for the breed they are, the age of the dog, and the health of the dog in general. It's very important. Kennel training is very, very important. It's as leash training as is, because we never know if there's emergency and we need to put the dog in the kennel. when we are in the airplane and the airport. I mean, so okay, let's check it
Okay.
out. Yeah,
Let's go check this
Yeah,
out. All
yeah.
right. Well, I'll let Javier get, and
Okay.
I'm already you get set, or you want me to come? All right. So we're going to do like we do on farmers market, and we're just going to kind of go. And do you want me are you going to bring him over here?
No, just shoot from there. I don't know.
Okay. So he's going to go over to the car, and he's going to come, and we're just going to shoot this so that you can see how this is. And I'm excited to do this. I mean, Javier will be coming on.
The door. The door of my car? No. Can you see? Can you feel?
Oh, no. Yeah, no. I'll have to come over.
Yeah, that's why.
I will have to come over. All right. So we've got Javier right here.
So very important that a dog cannot come out of the door. Even though you open the door, that's alpha and this is beta.
Look.
And even though I call their name, I pronounce their name, they cannot come out.
They're not moving.
So this is a fundamental. This is 100% need that we must have a dog never running away because the door is open. I can close, they back up. I can open, they're not gonna come out. I can close again. And I can leave. I can go away, and they're not gonna go.
And they're not even coming up to me. You're just seeing that how well trained. And these are definitely, both of these are Javier's dogs that he's given so much training. All right.
All right, guys. Yeah.
So
that's really nice too.
Yeah. Well, let's come back over and then we'll just give you just a final shout out, Javier. I'm so grateful for you taking the time, especially with a busy day. He does multiple things. So
it was a pleasure to, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure to share this information. Anything you need, guys, please send me an email or look into Instagram, send me a message. And we are going to be happy to help, to guide you in the process. We have very professional people in our team that can also travel with your dog to any country in the world, I mean it. So this guy is someone I trust. He knows how to handle dogs. We are a very nice, good team of professional dog. How you call professional dog
instructors and trainers.
Yeah, we are trainers in Casa Can, but I mean like a professional dog team. Because like Gavi with the last veterinarian, like you help us with big time with taking care of the puppies. I am the dog trainer with the dog school. This guy David can travel around the world with our dogs, taking care of them pretty well. So we respect dog life, we respect animals, and we love them, and we communicate each other very well. So yeah, you can trust us, you can look for us, and see you next time.
Yeah, and you know what? One of the things before Javier goes and gets ready to take Camelo is that he mentioned like Gabby, and I'm going to just do a shout out for Tito's Hope, because Javier's on the board as well to help these animals that come through. But we do have the teams. We've got the teams, y'all, that will come and help you with that transportation, with all of that. Javier is a big incremental part of it, that he helps with the training, because you can't travel without the training. You really can't have a good, overall well-being if your dog is not. I mean, some will get them babies, and you can just but if you need some of the help, he will go wherever you need. So Javier, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I'll do my closure and then I'll come and properly say goodbye to you.
Thank you.
So it's been, do you have anything else for the?
No, thank you guys.
All right.
Safe travels.
Thank you.
We keep in touch.
All right.
Bye-bye.
So thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for kind of hanging in there with the two. It was either internet or it was real live dogs. So I want to again they say, we really appreciate you coming on. Like, comment, share, follow. If you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button right here or right here, as so that we can also gain more followers to share about today's pet health and pet travel. And if you're interested to come on, send me a message. I want to wish you all a beautiful, blessed, and prosperous day, as I am going to sign out, and we will tune in next time and expect to see Javier for Wellness Wednesday to talk about pet health more. All right, signing out. God bless you guys.